Hello and welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. Today we are going to be covering the Man United v Arsenal game at Old Trafford, which I'm sure will be a very pleasurable experience, and we will dominate them without a shadow of a doubt. We need that positivity. Let's inject it into ourselves right now. So we have a lineup of Onana, Evans, Casemiro, Dalot, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Mainu, Amrabat, McTominay, and a forward front three of Garnacho, Højlund, and surprisingly, Ahmad getting a start here. I've just realised Harry Maguire is actually Evans today, so ignore that. But yeah, no. It's going to be an interesting match today. I don't think anyone actually gives us a chance, so let's see how we go. Let's get all of this set up over here. 5 minutes from kickoff. Now, there's been a few things coming out before the match today. Most notably on the Twitters or X's of the world, we have a few stories coming out regarding a YouTuber who managed to get onto the bus when we went away from home and played Crystal Palace in our last match. They managed to get on the team bus just by wearing a tracksuit, which is very well thought out. Obviously, how I don't know how anyone could actually manage that, and what the security get paid for if they just allow anyone onto the bus with a Man United tracksuit. But it's but yeah, it's just bloody ridiculous. Okay, Mackenzie Bosch, numero uno. I see you, my friend. I see you. I'm having a bit of an issue getting my Sky Sports working at the moment, but okay, don't worry. Fear not. Crisis averted. Okay, let's talk about the game today, guys. Scott McTominay, captain. So, where's everyone else? Bloody hell, who knows? I think they're enjoying the hot weather, Mackenzie. I mean, they're not pasty mofos like us staying indoors. Tut, tut, tut. Tut, 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 indeed. Need to get on these Angels' backs. But players are coming out now. There's nothing better than an Old Trafford when it's sunny. The only problem is the team that is actually coming out representing Man United during this time. So we've got an interesting lineup of Evans, Casemiro, centre-back still. Amrabat coming into the side, who we haven't seen start a game since it's got to be a few months, hasn't it? Did you have any idea when Amrabat last started a game, Mackenzie? It's got to be a while. Let's actually look that up just before we start the game today. So Amrabat, who's only 27, I always think that he's older. Amrabat, who's only 27, last started a game. When was the last time he bloody started a game? Well, last time he started a game was last year. Last time he started a game was last year against Liverpool when we drew 0-0. So, if that's the last time he started and we drew 0-0 against Liverpool, Could we grab another draw here against Arsenal? Can he shore up the team, perhaps? I mean, he's not a terrible player. He's just a bit slow. So, I mean, let's see what Amrabat can do for us today. One thing which I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about is Scott McTominay is the captain today. So Scott McTominay has taken the captaincy off Casemiro. Is that a sign to say Casemiro is almost definitely being sold in the summer? Because does that mean that Scott McTominay is higher in the pecking order of captaincy than Casemiro? It's quite damning, if anything. I'd be thinking that's pretty bad if I was Casemiro. But after the performance that Casemiro put in recently, I can't really say that I blame him. Eric Ten Hag and Arteta sharing a little hug there. That's nice of them. And yeah, Ahmad's starting, which is going to be exciting. I mean, it at least gives us something to look forward to in this game. So we can watch Ahmad's performance pretty closely. But other than that, it's not been positive FC, that's for sure. Okay, Arsenal players doing a little huddle there. Good for them. Good to see that the team actually has some sort of spirit, even if our own team doesn't. Can we stop Arsenal's title challenge? Can we guarantee that we get top 6? Let's see what the Premier League table is saying right now. Okay, so we're 8th. Are we going to get in the top 6? Probably not. But we've kicked off, so let's just see how the season goes. We are 21 seconds in. Revenge for that 8-2 today, my friend. Oh god. Don't come on, dick shit. Don't do this to us. Don't do it, dick shit. Okay, 0-0 so far. We're 45 seconds in and it's 0-0. That's a good sign. Arsenal cross, and we're already fighting for our lives from the looks of it with Ahmad defending. Okay, corner for Arsenal. Corner goals, Premier League this season, 10 conceding. Arsenal scoring. Arsenal have scored the most goals from corners this season. Oh god, sweet Jesus. Where is Bruno? Bruno's injured at the moment, dick shit. Oh, cross. Okay, away by United. Yeah, Bruno's injured with a hand injury. I think he's broken his wrist or something like that. Okay, Ahmad on the ball. What can he do? Ahmad finds Garnacho. Garnacho. Okay. Delo wins the throw-in. It's football, not handball. That is true, dick shit. That is true. But if it's broken, what can he do? How can he wave his arms around at the referee if his hand's broken? Come on, dick shit. Come on. You're better than this. Throw in for Arsenal. Arsenal forward. True. Okay, Arsenal are already applying a lot of pressure. The back line is looking hesitant so far. I think we're just going to watch United defend for about 90 minutes, if I'm being honest. Women's team just beat Tottenham 4-0. Start watching their games. Yeah, I may just have to go back to watching any, as long as Man United are winning, I don't care. I'll watch the academy games, to be honest, Mackenzie, if I can. Oh, Saka, first shot, and it's straight at Onana. That's how easy it is for them to pretty much get in. A couple of passes and they've already got a shot on target. Onana to Delo further forward, but he kicks it out of play. Okay, Casemiro on the ball, storming forward. Casemiro forward to Højlund, but he can't keep the ball. We have a pensioner and a one-legged football Brazilian midfielder as our centre-back duo. No bueno. No bueno indeed, Mackenzie. It's bloody tragic, if I'm being honest. To be honest, I'm just looking forward to the Euros as well at this point. I'm looking forward to doing all the streams for the Euros. Looks like Højlund's also got a little wrist injury there. He's got it wrapped up. I would predict in this game we'll have less than 35% possession. That'll be my guess. Let's see if I can pull up some stats for us as well, so then we can see how the game's progressing. See, I don't know where our 0.04 expected goals have come from, but I mean, I guess I'll take it. Let's just pop this out. Looking forward to seeing no United players at the Euros. That's a good point. Who from United are actually going to be appearing at the Euros? We're going to see. Surely we're going to see Kobe Mainoo for England. Who else are we going to see from United? Delo's going to be playing for Portugal. Bruno will be playing for Portugal. Højlund, probably. Wait, is Højlund Denmark? Denmark, yeah, Denmark going to the Euros, surely. So Højlund's going to be there. Long ball. Garnacho on the left-hand side. Cuts in. Shoots, but it's blocked. Wan-Bissaka finds Ahmad. Ahmad? Oh, quick feet. Okay, we're playing a bit of ball here. Ahmad finds Garnacho, who wins the corner. Admin, check admin's angels. What's going on with... Eating ice cream straight from the tub instead of watching the game. Jesus Christ, Mackenzie. We've hit a new low. We've hit a new low. Okay, Ahmad on the right-hand side. This really has just become the Lonely Hearts Club, hasn't it? Like, we're just eating ice cream straight out the tub. Okay, Amrabat covering. Covering well. Well played by Amrabat. 2-litre tub. I mean, you're looking at the expected goals right now. We're sitting pretty. We've got more possession. United are growing into this game. McTominay gets fouled there by Declan Rice. Realistically, Declan Rice is just a B-Tech Scott McTominay, isn't he? If we're being honest. Come on. Okay, Arsenal on the counter-attack here. Saka on the ball. Saka crosses, but it goes out for a corner. Once one goes in, floodgates open. Dickshit, are you a United fan or are you an Arsenal fan? I can't tell. 2 litre tub, it's warm out. Oh, I need some ice cream. I might get a Calippo, to be honest. At half time, I'm grabbing a Calippo. You've inspired me, Mackenzie. If we score, we'll concede 2 from a kickoff 2 times in a row. Their kickoff and then ours. Corner. And it's over the bar. It's so interesting actually watching a team that plays as a team and just creates endless chances. I'd love our team to do that one time. Okay. Casemiro back to Onana. Onana on the ball. Onana to the low. Finally booked in for a trim after 3 weeks. Looks like a mop. How often do you get your haircut then? Every 3 weeks, is it, Mackenzie? I know some people who literally get their haircut every week. It's a bit excessive. Okay, Declan Rice. Oh, almost a slip up. Oh, how did Raya get... We were so close there. We were so close. Declan Rice gave the ball away, but... we couldn't capitalise there. Ten Hag with his nice cotton polo shirt and blazer. I mean, whether you like it or not, our manager is stylish. Onana forward to Wan-Bissaka. Tries to get forward to Ahmad, but not quick enough there. I try for every 2, but normally ends up being over a month because I have to book in. Why do you have to book in? Do you not just turn up and then get a cut? Busy place. Mainu back to Amrabat, back to Mainu. Back to Amrabat. Okay. I mean, we're playing fairly well so far. I think Amrabat has shored up the defence a little bit, if anything. The confusing thing will be that if Amrabat does have a good game, then why hasn't Ten Hag chosen him for this long? Okay, Casemiro on the ball to Wan-Bissaka. Ahmad back to Onana. Nah, because it's all Turkish barbers in my town and they fuck me up every time. So I go to one where I have to book but don't get cooked up. It's funny because like 5-8 years ago, I reckon there were maybe a few Turkish barbers here and there. Now there's like at least 5 in every single town or city. Man pay £200 for haircut. 200 quid. What? Crazy. 20 quid, extortionate. Mate, I'm not being funny. Every other shop is a barber's or a takeaway. Hashtag bring back the high street. Hashtag bring back the high street. No more Deliveroo drivers and Uber Eats drivers and takeaways and Turkish barbers. bring back some random shops that nobody goes to, but it's nice to have, you know. Brexit means Brexit. Okay, no. Onana on the ball. That's genuinely a hashtag on my town's Facebook. Jesus. Delo storming forward. Delo, go the whole way. Oh, he almost found Ahmad. I come your house, cut your hair, £150. Dick Shet giving us the bargains here. Because it's meant to be a historic town, but it's just full of barbers and takeaways. Which town are we talking about here, McKenz? I know you're West Midlands based, aren't you? Wan-Bissaka. Back to Onana. Evesham. I feel like I've heard historic riverside town with the best takeaways in the world and Turkish barbers. First town to fight off William the Conqueror or something. Dick Shet. Maybe I come open barber then. Well, if it seems like the place to do it, Dick Shet, go ahead. Okay, Ahmad back to Wan-Bissaka. The long shot, but it is way too high. Even game so far. I don't know if Arsenal are having pity on us or if what's going on, but sound like lots of customer want haircut. Mackenzie, would you let Dick Shet cut your hair? Damien, hello. How's it going, man? The town's nice, but the people are tramps. I'm gonna be real. Absolutely not. What? Dick Shet just needs some people to practice on. Surely you'd let him train on you, Mackenzie. Pause. Sure you'd let him train cutting your hair. Good. What about you? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Good old Damien. I mean, we're actually playing fairly well today, so that's good to see. But I think as soon as we concede the first goal, we're gonna see a capitulation if we do concede, which I don't think we will because we're gonna win 3-0. Did Arsenal nearly score? They've had a few shots, but I don't think they've come too close to scoring. So Mackenzie, what's the story with you and this lady friend that Caleb's setting you up with? Practice for 150 quid. Pause. No drizzy. No diddy. Dick Shet. Hey, I do haircut. Nothing else. Everyone's got a price, Dick Shet. Everyone's got a price. Did Arsenal nearly score? No. Playing well to win City the League for some reason. Found this Irish girl on Instagram, and as we Americans would say, Shorty bad. Oh god. God, Mackenzie. Don't say that again. What is Onana face? What's Onana's face? Huh? What's wrong with Onana's face? I don't know. Plan is to be like going to Ireland, need a guide. Look at his face. Is there something on Onana's face? On the lineups. Oh yeah. Uh I don't know what happened with Onana's face, to be honest. It looks like he's kind of like got a Joker mask on in the lineups. Also, don't pay attention to the fact that Evans is actually Maguire and Maguire is Evans. They are one and the same. Going to Ireland, need a guide. You're trying to guide me. Oh. But then won't she be like, oh, well, you can guide yourself, you're a grown man? Is that not the response you're going to get, McKenz? Like, she's thinking, why am I going to go out of my way? Arsenal have just scored. Okay, 1-0 to Arsenal. How did that happen? Great. Well, it's happened. Was it an Onana mistake? Onana plays the ball long. Arsenal pick it up. They play the ball long because Casemiro is playing the player on side. And then Casemiro just doesn't defend in the box. Casemiro is trash at centre back, man. Casemiro is genuinely so bad at centre back. He's cost us a goal again. Yeah, let's just forget about it. Okay, so Dick Shet, I have good experience with Irish girl. You find rainbow and try find end of rainbow with her. Very good. Very good, Dick Shet. Very good. On the lineup. Dick Shet is Caleb. Caleb made another account. My name Dick Shet, no Caleb. Caleb, have you made another account? Good Dick Shet. What is this? What is happening? My name Dick Shet, no Caleb. I am not a grown man. She gonna go out her way after this trim, trust me. Okay, I'm interested to see how this story goes down then. I'll stay tuned with this one, McKenzie. There's one, couple more coming. I don't even get mad anymore. I'm sat here laughing at the fact no one is on Havertz. 1-0, dang it. Mewing. Kids these days, bloody hell. I mean, TikTok has literally destroyed the world. TikTok has destroyed the world. Stop mogging. Stop mogging, McKenzie. You know, I don't think anyone is up for this game. I think everyone's given up on the season by now. I'm the mogster. Oh, guys, come on. What is this? What I'll say is, if we concede another goal, we're going into pub quiz territory again, and then we'll see which one of you three know the most. Because I mean, Dick Shet does seem like a very knowledgeable man. He knows a lot about haircuts, Irish girls, and yeah, that's it. Ten Hag is standing on the sidelines, just shaking his head. He must be seeing a lot of things that he's not liking at the moment from the team. David Raya taking a free kick there. Ahmad on the ball. Ahmad, so silky, you know. Onana up back. Casemiro literally just hits the ball straight into the Arsenal player. One thing we have learned is Casemiro can definitely, without a doubt, not play centre back. That's just a fact. Centre back combinations in this season. Arsenal have had 3 different combinations. United have had 14 different centre back partnerships. 14 different centre back partnerships. Bloody hell. So a different centre back combination every 3 games then. Yep, pretty much. And no left back for the entire season. Arsenal playing it around the back. United trying to press. And we've got Casemiro gives the ball away. Casemiro really just nothing he wants to do is coming off right now. Scott McTominay, I haven't really seen him in the game at all. Even though he's captaining the side. Oh my god. Arsenal in our box. Ben White. Looks like he almost scored then. Arsenal are playing 4 centre backs and look a bigger threat than us. we're just not very good. And when I say not very good, that's putting it very politely. We just can't do anything really. But in other news, for the Old Truthford content schedule, I am going to be posting something on the Instagram story today, McKenz. I'm going to post a little option for everyone to put in players that they would like me to do a scout report on. So if you've got some wonder kids, save them for the Instagram story, and I'm gonna make a video on every single one of those players. Brother, you'll be reading mine for hours. Bring it. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Passes in final third, last 10 minutes. United 1, Arsenal 19. We can't even get into their final third. Ahmad to Wan-Bissaka. Does that count as a final third? Shall I just do ones we're linked with, or just anyone? Go with anyone. Go with anyone. Because it's all hypothetical anyway at this stage. Like the only player we've really been properly linked to is Todibo and Elise, really. We haven't been linked to that many players. Garnacho finding McTominay in the box, but McTominay gives the ball away, and Arsenal on the counter attack again. Amrabat battles for it though. Kobe Mainu coming forward. Kobe Mainu in the box. Garnacho. Casemiro. Casemiro shoots. Header. Just wonder kids or any player I think we should sign. Make it players that you think that we should sign this summer. So in the positions where you think like, oh, okay, well, United need these positions, go with that, and then so then they're like semi-realistic that we could sign them this summer, rather than like 18-year-old, 19-year-olds, because realistically, we're probably not going to sign more youth players at this stage. Okay, Hoyland on the ball. Oh, Mainu with a slick little McTominay with a long shot, but is it a corner or was that just off target? Looks like it was just off target. McTominay looks like he's gonna bloody get sunburn out there today. I'll start having a think then. I'll base it off of who I think needs to be sold to. Awesome. And then the plan is I'm going to do 2 of those videos a week throughout the summer, as well as streaming the Mainu. Mainu's having a good game. As well as streaming all of the games from the Euros. Well, the good ones from the group stages, and then all of the like knockout games. It'll base it off of who I think needs to be sold to, because then it makes sense. I'd want them. Yeah. Who do you want to start in the Euros? I think Maguire, Stones, Walker, Pickford, left back. Chilwell's is he injured? Has he come back? I don't know, but Chilwell, if he's not injured, probably at left back. Or Luke Shaw, but then Luke Shaw's been injured the whole season. Is Luke Shaw really going to be up to speed? I don't know. Then midfield, we're looking at Mainu, Bellingham, and Rice. And then up top, we're looking at Saka, Foden, and Kane. That's who I'm going, or who I'd like to start in the Euros. What about yourself, Mackenzie? Switzerland did well in the Euros. Oh wait, we aren't talking about Eurovision. Oh Albert. Oh Albert Wesley Abel. Albert Wesley Abel. Oh Albert, you silly little Billy. Okay. We've got Arsenal playing it out the back in what feels like a pure domination at this point. See, I was thinking of copying City system, so a back four that turns into three with an inverted wing back. Need United to play a bit better, to be honest. Don't we just, Albert? Don't we just? So I'd say Stones, Maguire, Walker, and Trent. I think that makes us too vulnerable. I can't see. I don't know. I can't see a backline of Maguire and Trent. I can't see Maguire and Trent in a back four together. That would leave us very, very, very. Ahmad's literally running through, and he looked like he got fouled there, but just nothing was given. But yeah, I think Maguire and Trent in any system in a back four is just way too vulnerable. Ahmad's been having a very good game, by the way. But he's just gone down with what appears to be a knee injury. Is Ahmad made of glass? Rice, Bellingham, and someone I can't think who else because there's good competition. Yeah, the third spot that it is up for debate. Would you play? Who would you play in the front three? Would you play Cole Palmer or would you play? Saka? Maybe Rice, Mainu, and Bellingham at the 10. Foden, Kane, and Saka. The only problem I've got with Saka at the moment is, has he played too much football this season? And will he be at his best at the Euros? Whereas I feel like Cole Palmer's getting better every single game. But maybe Palmer instead of Mainu, because I guarantee you. But doesn't Palmer play right wing? Or does he play in midfield? have Palmer at the 10 and Bellingham at the 8. Could be interesting. He can play as a 10 or a winger. But there's got to be a position he prefers more, because like it's kind of like with Foden. Would you say that he's just a left winger now, or would you say that he's better placed as a cam? I saw someone say that that wouldn't work because they don't have runners. But then if we've got the midfield to build possession, then we don't need to play counter-attack football, do we? So we don't need them to be particularly rapid. McTominay giving the ball away there. Bellingham and Rice are definitely runners. Foden is definitely a winger now. Yeah, Foden's definitely got to start. And Kane's definitely got to start. So the only positions that are really up for debate are maybe one position in the back line, one position in the midfield, and the right winger, if you'd go with Palmer or Saka. I think Southgate will go with Saka because he knows what he's going to get. Maybe Braithwaite and starts instead of Maguire. I can't see it. Maybe if Maguire gets injured, but I can't see him. I can't see him displacing Maguire right now, to be honest. What hopes do you think we actually have in the Euros? Where are you saying that we actually finish? Problem with England is players are too fluid and play anywhere, so you can't set one person. Semis. Well, it's Southgate's last chance to win a trophy. Are the players behind him? And will we look better than we have in all of these friendly competitions? Because in the friendlies, we've looked absolutely trash. Hope we win, but I can feel a semi-final. Well, the beer garden weather has already begun. It's just a case of getting behind the team, but will they give us anything to get behind? I don't know. Hope we win, but I can see a semi-final. I'm thinking about doing something, Mackenzie, with the peeps in the Discord of I'm trying to think, because there's this thing I've seen where there's a game to predict every single score in the group stages for every single game, and whoever gets the most points could maybe win a special prize or something like that. But I don't know whether to do it with just the Angels or do it with the entire Discord, and I don't know how I would get everyone's predictions. How come McTominay clears the ball from their box whenever he gets it in their box? 3 times now. How come McTominay's captain? I still don't understand why he's captain over Casemiro. Scotland's been better for them than us. Oh, God. Well, it looks like Saliba was down for a second there, but yeah. We've had 7 shots, but I don't think we've really done anything, not gonna lie. Mad to think Arsenal fans wanted Saliba gone 2 seasons ago when he was in France. Well, he was recording videos of like his teammates showing their peepees. So like, so it's crazy. Said he'd taken too long to develop. Now he's the best centre back in the league. I think he was always a good centre back. I mean, but then the storyline with Saliba now is if Arsenal don't win the league and they don't start winning trophies, how long until he goes to Real Madrid or somewhere like that? Bring him to United. Could we see that? I don't think we. Would he? Would he come to United? The problem is now that like there's other clubs who just are doing better than us. So the only pull United really have is more money, or we're betting on the fact that they were United fans when they were kids. That's the only thing that we've really got to fall back on now, because we've got no European football. A lot of players will look at United as some sort of career suicide, and yeah. Okay, United Garnacho on the edge of their box, and it's blocked. Well, we're just approaching half time now. Okay, half time. Well, that was bloody atrocious. What? I mean, we haven't been dominated, so I guess that's the positive there. And no matter how bad the team is, in the last 10 minutes at Old Trafford, anything can happen. So we could still snatch a win here, should Arsenal not score again. But yeah, no, it's really not been ideal. Yo, popping by for a sec. How you doing, Viv, man? How are the exams going? De Ligt wants to leave Bayern, apparently. I'd definitely take him. Would we go for De Ligt? Yeah, I'd say De Ligt would be a good choice. Obviously, with the Ten Hag connection there. He's been a solid centre back, isn't he? Why does he want to leave Bayern? Has he said why he wants to leave Bayern, McKenz? I think definitely with is De Ligt a left-sided centre back or a right-sided centre back? I'm good, bro. I think I fully finessed the bio paper, but think I may have gotten finished on the ICT. Oh god. No, you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Got English lit tomorrow and maths this week. English lit's fine. Just say onomatopoeia. Yeah, just say that. We definitely get the people laughing because he played for Erik ten Hag, saying that that's how he scouts players. Oh yeah, 100%. But I mean, at the same time, if Ineos are behind the player, then that's got to give us more confidence. So I can't remember why. Why De Ligt wants to leave. Interesting. Bio paper was a godsend. Actual beauty. Whoever made that paper needs a raise. Yeah, just jotting that few Mice and Men quotes. Very good. Remember what an oxymoron is, okay, Viv? Remember what an oxymoron is? Soliloquy. All of that good stuff. But yeah, if the Angels are interested, I may make it a more broader thing for the entire channel and entire Discord. But I am thinking of doing this Euro 2024. I am thinking about doing this Euro 2024 Top Tipsters competition. Where you do have to predict every single result from the group stages of the Euros. And you get 5 points if you get the correct result. So whether that be win, loss, or draw in every single game. And 2 scores, 2 correct scores. So, for example, Germany and Scotland, if you predicted Germany win and you get the score correct for both sides, so how many goals that they score, then that would win you 5 points. For 4 points, it would have to be the correct result and one score. So say Germany won 3-1, but you predicted that they would win 3-2. That's still 4 points. And yeah, 3 points would be correct result and no score. So if you just got that they would win, and 1 point would be incorrect result, but one score. So I think it's going to be an interesting competition. I'll see how many people are actually interested in that. Admin's Angel FPL next year, 100% Liv. 100%. There's going to be an FPL next year. Gimmerish. You think that we would be able to sign Gimmerish? You've got to bear in mind like where we are and how we would actually be able to get these players. Because I know Newcastle have to sell, but would we be able to get Gimmerish? He has a release clause. Okay, now you're talking. There are apps where you can make a competition with mates for Euro predictions. Definitely going to look into them and see if we can set up a league or something like that. Because at the moment I've got an Excel sheet set up for it. But if there's an actual app, then it could be easier. Did we have a penalty claim for Ahmad? Oh, it does look like he got his foot there. It's interesting. Euros has a fantasy app, so set up a league in there. I do it every time. Their fantasy app though, is that just for like players or like normal fantasy Premier League? Or let me have a look. Is that making a team or predicting scores? I think that's just making a team, the Euros fancy one from the looks of it. Or match predictor. Let's have a look here. Okay, so you can do match predictor as well and set up a league. Okay. What I'm going to do is set all of that up for the end of the season as well. So then we'll have a few leagues for the Old Truthfordians. And then we'll see how many people we can get in. Guehi. Does he play for Aston Villa or am I going crazy? No, he plays for Crystal Palace. I'm going crazy. So are we just going to buy the entire Crystal Palace team now from the looks of it, since we just lost 4-0 to them? Have we just gone all in on Crystal Palace? Yes, exactly. Well, I mean, we bought Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace, so that seemed like a good deal at the time, but then everyone slated him for costing 40 mil, so... Oh, who knows? Let's create this UEFA account. Paul Bayern Munich, Joshua Zirkzee. Speaking of which, Kane still ain't got a trophy. It doesn't look like he's going to get... Well, no, he's definitely not going to get one, is he? So that's unfortunate for him. He's had a good season in Serie A. Bring back Depay. Mackenzie, now you're just throwing out crazy suggestions. What are you talking about? Bring back Depay. Evening, Luke. How's it going, man? I don't think we've been that bad first half. Arsenal are very overrated. Well, Paul Merson did come out with something during half time, and I think that I probably agree with it. United have huffed and puffed, and Arsenal are in second gear. I don't think Arsenal are really playing out of their skin right now, are they? If we're being honest, it does look like they're just kind of walking around. I don't think we've been doing all that well. And it does look like we have been trying very, very hard. Their goal that they scored, though, was an easy giveaway from Casemiro. Like, he doesn't guard the post, and he stays, keeps from one side. It was very poor from him. We need a Cavani type player in the sense of experience and quality, maybe not current quality, but previous and overall quality. It's a hard one because it's been a very hard season to judge players on, because when there's so many other players missing, it's hard to say, oh, okay, well, this player has been really bad this season because they've not had the experience of playing in the side when everyone else who should have been in the side has been in there, if that makes sense. So I can't really make a judgment on how bad or how good Rasmus Højlund is when he's surrounded by players who shouldn't be in the positions that they're in, and it's costing the side the ability to actually be able to play football. Our player's been very flat, granted, but they've offered nothing going forward. Casemiro played him on side. Coop Meneers. Save it for the bloody Instagram story, McKenz. I'd rather finish 8th than play Europa League. As long as we're not in the Conference League, I'm happy. I'd rather know Europe than be in the Conference League, to be honest. I don't want to see us there. I'm very tired. I'm just very tired. Okay, looks like we're coming out for the second half now. Casemiro having a chat with Evans. It's going to be so interesting when all of these players do move on, and they start to explain what is actually going on or what happened during this season, because the amount of injuries has been ridiculous. See you in a bit, Viv, man. GG. I'm putting them all in chat so I can come back when you put the story up, because I won't remember. If we win FA Cup, do we get Europa? Good question. Do we? Can anyone verify that? I'm not actually aware. If we win FA Cup, do we get Euro? Nah, not because Holland's bad, because he's young. Goncalo Inacio. Eric Ten Haram should have been sacked months ago. Now the wound festers and rots. I don't know what other manager is going to do well with no left back for the entire season and 14 different combinations of centre backs because of injury. Like, we got to apply some context, Christian. Come on now. Are you Eric Ten Hag in or out admin? I've got to say I'm Eric Ten Hag in because I don't think that he is the main reason that we are where we are right now. I think he has maybe added to it in small parts, but like I can't say that okay, we're 8th because Eric Ten Hag is a terrible manager when we haven't had a left back all season. We've had 14 different combinations of centre back partnerships, and what else? And our 3 best players this season have been Kobe Mainu, Garnacho. I'd probably put Delo in there, and you can't say Højlund, but like, I just don't see how Ten Hag can be held responsible for all of this. I think he deserves a chance to prove himself under this new board structure. 100%, Luke. 100%. I think the people who are just 100% Ten Hag out, I can never get that, because I do think that if Ten Hag left and joined Bayern, I think that he would do well at Bayern because we've actually got a squad. So I don't think it's just overnight he's become a terrible coach and terrible manager. And I don't think there's anyone available that's better than him. I think if he's sacked, there'll still be big clubs interested in. Yeah, I think that I don't know. I do think that Tuchel is a better coach than Ten Hag. However, we've already done it before where like we sack a manager and because there's a better option and then we don't stick with that manager, and it's just constant 2 and 3 year cycles. Like, we just need to actually see Ten Hag underneath a proper footballing operation and see what he can do. What is his football philosophy, though? He has half the Ajax squad for triple their market price and still can't play the Ajax way. He is the Voldemort of your club. I hope he stays for many years. What's his philosophy? I think that he came out and he said that he wanted to be one of the quickest transitional teams in the league or in the world. So to be the quickest transitioning team in the league and in the world, you need players who can make the right pass very quickly at the right time. So far, we've got Martinez who can do that. Martinez can split opposition's midfields with passes. He's been injured the entire season. Ten Hag brought him in. He's brought Onana in, who can do that when players are making runs long, and he can find long balls. We've seen that throughout the season. He's got Bruno Fernandes who can do that. So that's the spine of the team so far. Martinez, Fernandes, and Onana. I don't know if he's got another centre-back who can do that. He's got other centre-backs who can do that sometimes, but it's not entirely in their play. And then and then you're looking at the striker who's a 21-year-old and who's still going to develop. So it's hard to say that we can't see his football philosophy when the majority of the players on the pitch aren't his players. So what What are we supposed to do about that? Bayern's board have gone to shit too, by the way. Notice how when the structure of the club crumbles, the team also crumbles. Yep, 100%. Problem with us is we are just a group of individuals at this moment in time. We don't have a style yet. This will be his third season. This is where he will be judged. He needs a right-footed ball-playing centre-back in the summer and a new CDM. That should be priority. 100%. 100% agree with that. And a new left-back, because I'm sorry, but how has Malacia and Luke Shaw both been out for an entire season? It's ridiculous. Ahmad coming forward on the right wing here. Just realised I haven't got the timer set up. His mistake was letting Julian leave. Yeah, that's true. You could say, yeah, 100%. You could say that's on Erik ten Hag. But then, I don't know, would he have predicted that Luke Shaw would have got injured again? And at this stage, you've got to look at maybe letting Luke Shaw go. I mean, how old is he? And how he's spent over half of his United career injured. Where would Shaw even go? I'm thinking an Everton would probably spend a lot of money for Shaw. Who else would buy a Shaw? I think Everton would spend money for Shaw. Why can't we sell him to an English club? The thing I don't like about Ten Hag is he's playing players out of position. Make use of the players he has at his leisure in the youth team. Play to your strengths and utilise what you have. But then at the same time, I don't know if he feels bad about using young players too much because I mean, you look at Willy Cambuala, he was using him and then he got injured. So maybe he's thinking, okay, well, we can't use the youth players too much because we're going to affect their careers at such a degree by bringing them in. I mean, if they get injured, that could possibly potentially affect their entire professional career. And it's not very fair on, like, not a lot of people talk about it, but it's not fair on the youth player to be brought into a failing side to then get absolutely destroyed. I don't know about that. Boosting rival. Okay, we can boost Everton all we want. Just give Shaw to Everton, get a cheeky 30 mil, 40 mil for him, and he can be their marquee signing, and he doesn't have to move too far because Everton's just around the corner. Van Gaal never played a player out of position. Van Gaal did not have this many injuries. I can tell you that. No United manager post Sir Alex Ferguson has had the amount of injuries in one season that Ten Hag has had this season, and that's a fact. Shaw would not leave to go to Everton. The problem is, I think Shaw just signed a new deal as well, which means that he's probably not going anywhere, if we're being honest. Arsenal are playing it around us right now in our box. Casemiro away. You guys can have Chilwell for the same amount as we got for Mount. Thanks for saving us from financial fair play, by the way. I feel bad for Mount, man. I actually do think Mount is going to be a good player for United, but the amount of injuries he's had, it's a joke. If you're playing for Man United, you're already good enough, or at least I'd hope they should be. Yeah, but when you're 18, mate, I mean, think about it. Even like Paul Scholes and all of them lot didn't come into the team until they were like 2021, and I think around those ages, like, look at Kobe Mainu. Yeah, but Kobe Mainu and Garnacho are like, they're like generational talents. And you can make an argument that realistically we're playing Garnacho and Mainu too much. Because you've seen it with Saka, you've seen it with Rashford, you've seen it with Rooney. If you play young players too much, too quickly, they get burnt out and their careers don't last as long. Chilwell would be better than Shaw for us, but Chilwell gets injured as well, so it wouldn't really solve our issue, would it? They're like 1 in a million. We should only be looking at talented players, especially English players. Would you break the bank for Saliba? Mackenzie was talking about this earlier, Luke. He said spend 85 mil, get Saliba, but the question is, why would Saliba come to us? Why would Saliba actually want to come to United? Like, unless he's a United fan, or we're going to be offering bigger wages, which I think we're trying to move away from with the new management, then why would Saliba possibly want to come to us? But you've got to think of it as a player. Like, if I'm not getting paid more, I live in London, I've got Champions League football, I'm challenging for leagues, why would I come to Man United, where it's supposedly career suicide? Why would players do it this day, at this day and age? How nice to see you, Nick, man. How are we playing? Haven't seen a minute of play. It's we've not been terrible. We've put up a fight, but like, we're just a bit toothless, really. We conceded our goal with a very sloppy run of play, where Casemiro played the player on side and didn't cover the near post. So it's just clear to see that we're not there. And as long as we've got CDM as our centre back, we're not gonna play well. I certainly would. We're bigger than Arsenal because United Gooners. We are bigger than Arsenal, but like, the player, you've got to think of it from the player's perspective. Because unless they've got an emotional attachment to United, it doesn't make sense as to why they would want to come to United right now. We haven't got anything that attracts players anymore. Maybe someone who wants to rebuild and see it as a challenge. Unpopular opinion, but I can actually see us winning the league before Arsenal do. That unpopular opinion could get disproven like within the next week or 2 weeks, Luke. um, I could maybe see that as well if Arsenal don't win it this year, because I think good squads only stay together for so long before they start getting picked off from other teams. So I think if Arsenal don't start winning soon big titles, then their squad's going to get picked apart. Okay, Mainu coming forward now, finding Ahmad. Ahmad finds Wan-Bissaka. Looks like we're cooking up something here. Ahmad. Cross to Garnacho. Garnacho, lots of space. Oh, he had so much space to shoot there, and He didn't run into it at all. That's terrible. That's terrible from Garnacho. He had so much space to run into. You say that like Arsenal are some mid-table fodder that have randomly had a good season, like Leicester. Well, pretty much they were mid-table like 4 or 5 seasons ago. Like it's not as though they've been guaranteed top four. They've had 2 good seasons. So if it keeps going on this way and they can't win any major silverware, then the players will move on. Like I think Saliba's destined probably for Real Madrid, if I'm being honest. Garnacho to nothing. Garnacho is crap, no shot. Ahmed is a bench player with his clown on the field. Are you saying Ahmad's a bench player, Christian? Okay, Ahmad on the ball. Back to Amrabat. Christian gets played. No Ahmad slander here. He's finally starting a game. I'm saying he should start week in, week out. Much, much better. Like that, Christian. Love that. This agenda against United I actually love. Rivals so much hatred for us and jealousy. Well, yeah, 100%. But then, we've got to be honest, Luke. There's not a lot to be jealous of with United right now. In the immediate present, there's not a lot to be jealous of, other than the fact we are the greatest team to ever play the beautiful game. And our history. Like, one Carabao Cup in 5 years. Bloody hell. I just hope we win the FA Cup. That's all I want. He is a baller. I'm surprised he gets so little game time. I think he was coming back from an injury, but after today's game, I wouldn't be surprised to see him start again. If Ten Hag starts Anthony over Ahmad after today's game, I'll be very, very shocked. And a lot of fans won't agree with that. Delo. Okay, Evans on the ball to Garnacho. Garnacho down the left wing. Saka picks it up from Imbo. With a fully fit squad, we win the FA Cup. That's another bold statement, man. When I think we'd have a 45% chance of winning the FA Cup if we had a fully fit squad. I do think it would be close with City. But Wan-Bissaka just got sat down. Odegaard shoots and Onana saves. Problem is we haven't had a fully fit squad this season at all. Yeah, that's the problem, but like if we were to write a list of all the problems we've had this season, that would be the number one problem. Like not having a fully fit squad, but rival fans want you to think, okay, Ten Hag is the number one reason why we've had such a terrible season, which is it's just insane, really. Is Saka world class? On his day, yes. Overall, it's such a hard thing because I think what we're seeing now is Saka, who has played a ridiculous amount of games, and the games are starting to catch up with him. So to judge him based on his performances now, I think would be kind of harsh. I think he's definitely shown the ability to have world class moments, but then Marcus Rashford's also shown the ability to have world class moments. So yeah, it's I'd agree with Mackenzie there as well. Like Saka is slightly under world class, but I want to know how much the like how much the amount of games that they've been playing has to do with that. Um, well, if we look at the stats here, Arsenal are now on 1.47 xg, so they're underperforming at the moment. We're on 0.48. How much would you guys say Saka is actually worth in today's market then? The thing is, Chelsea, Newcastle, etc., have had massive injury problems this season. You usually play okay against big teams, but get clapped or scrape points against bottom teams. That has to be on Baldy. Um, hmm. Is it on the manager or is it on the players? I would kind of prefer that though. I would like to see us put up a 50-50 game against the also if we actually look at the past like 2-3 months, we've been in winning positions about 5 times, 6 times, and we've given away penalties, we've given away silly mistakes, we've done individual errors, which have cost us about probably 12 to 15 points, if we're being honest. So can we blame Ten Hag on the players on the pitch making those mistakes that are costing us 12 to 15 points at a pivotal time in the season? I don't think we can. Ahmad's down again, holding his knee, which again doesn't look good. Anthony's ready to come on. Anthony did score against Arsenal in his debut. Ten Hag trying to really get into it with Anthony. Remember, we was linked with Saka at the end of last season because he was apparently unhappy with how they didn't win anything. Would have been amazing to have him in this team. Would fix a lot. Nah, there's no way. There's no way Saka was coming. Oh, it looks like Ahmad's crying when he's walking off the pitch. I think he's done something to his knee. That's not good. Well, that was the Euro code to join. But don't worry, that'll be in the Discord soon. for the Euro Fantasy League and everything like that for Old Truthford. Just remember seeing a headline of Saka linked for shock move to rock. Nah, that's never going to happen, mate. Never going to happen. Saka's literally Arsenal's Rashford. Like, that's like Rashford being linked with moving to Arsenal or something. That would never happen. It could maybe happen in the future now that they haven't won anything for a couple of years, but after 1 year, no way that Saka would just jump ship. BRB guy's just going to get a nice lolly. Probably both. Failing to produce an attack that scores more than Bournemouth is on Eric Ten Shelby. Individual errors are on the players. Failing to produce an attack that scores more than Bournemouth is on Eric. That I could probably agree with. I could say, oh, okay, well we should be expected to score more goals. But then at the same time, if we are looking to play out from the back and we are looking to have these players who build up these attacks, so when we can get in the right positions, and we haven't had a consistent back line for the entire season. 14 different centre-back partnerships throughout the entire season. 14. That's ridiculous. So to think if that's a major part of the way that he wants to play, and we haven't had that the entire season, then what could he do in that scenario? Never going to happen, but it was rumored last season. Interesting. No smoke without fire. My granddad is sat here taking the piss out of all the players. Don't blame him. Amrabat with a long shot there, but it's blocked. I mean, it's a miracle that it's just 1-0 right now, to be honest. Even though Arsenal haven't played particularly well, it's the Cambuala Meister is coming on. Willie's coming. Got Nacho left wing. Tries to get a cross in, but fails to do so. Okay, Willie, show us what you can do. Wrong page again. Why is Evans coming off? Casemiro has been shiz, but no, brings off Evans. I think because he knows that Evans is more likely to get injured. You guys need to get a point here. Can't have the mighty Asna thinking they can win the league with Mikel Tapas in charge. I think they had the 3 points from like the first 10 minutes, if I'm being honest, Christian. It is Old Trafford. Anything can happen in the last 14 minutes. That's why we love it. But I think the 3 points have already secured for them. McTominay storming forward, finding Garnacho. Garnacho can't find the back of the net. Albert, number 17, is rubbish, not even on target. Yeah, Garnacho really... I don't think Garnacho's had a good game in a sweet while, to be honest. Still very young, though. I'd rather Arsenal win than us right now, because I can't have City winning league again. Sound like a monk, but it's true. It's a hard one, though, because it's like, even when City do win anything, I don't really care. Whereas I feel like if Arsenal won the league, I'd care more than if City did. Even though Man City are supposed to be the rivals. Arsenal in our box. What a save from Onana. Shot from Martinelli, but great save from Onana. It's just for records. I don't care about the fans. It's for records. But hopefully all the records have an asterisk next to them when Financial Fair Play actually get their bloody ass together. Okay, Arsenal on the attack, but they can't make anything from it. United on the counter here, but it's not really much of a counter when like 8 Arsenal players are back and there's only 3 United players. Like, bloody hell. Why does Ben White look like he's wearing fake tan? Saka down injured at the moment. Garnacho free kick. Martinelli tries to get past Wan-Bissaka, but he fails to do so. It was the Arsenal game earlier this season that started our fall off. Well, we went from Garnacho scoring a last-minute winner to it being called offside to then bloody Declan Rice scoring a last-minute winner. And that game was an emotional roller coaster. I reckon if we weren't robbed from that Garnacho goal, we wouldn't be where we are. 100%. I reckon momentum would have taken us off. At the start of the season, we were actually playing fairly well, but then VAR was completely against us. And then this season, we've experienced everything. We've experienced every single like patch of form that you could have, or like everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong when it comes to injuries, referees. It's just been a very weird season. Now, screw the records. Pep FC are back to League 2 when he leaves. No one cares about some record when a clown in light blue starts talking. It's true. It's true. Declan Rice with a long shot there, but Onana saves. What does this game have in store for us? Well, we've got Mainu on the right-hand side here. Have we even had a shot on target? It doesn't feel like we've had a shot on target this second half. Let's have a look on the actual stats. We've had 2 shots on target the entire game. It's been a fairly even game, though, if we're being honest. I mean, it's been a fairly even game. It's just we haven't been able to actually create anything. Oh, Mainu looks like he's down, grabbing his knee. This doesn't look good. Also, mandatory 115 charges need to be mentioned here. They might need to change their name from Manchester City to Prison Shower City soon. I hope so, but apparently the lawyers are very good. Looks as though it's beginning to rain at Old Trafford. Mainu walking around gingerly there. Forsen coming on for Amrabat. Looks like we are going for a goal here. So we've got Ericsson, Wheatley, and Forsen coming on. Hold on, scratch that. It might be you guys, but need a name change. Maybe Hospital Bed FC fits better. Oh, let's just. Let's just get our sad emojis in the chat. Okay, Casemiro to Ericsson. Ericsson to Casemiro. Casemiro to Onana. Onana plays it long. Offside. Arsenal on the attack. Declan Rice. Ericsson. Oh my god. Onana just completely took out Ericsson there, but they got the ball away somehow. Okay, Christian Eriksen forward to Forsen. Forsen to Casemiro. Casemiro to Anthony. I feel like in these moments, without Fernandes on the pitch, I'm not very confident that we will score a goal. Whereas when we have Fernandes on the pitch, it feels like anything's possible. Eriksen playing centre back. Yep, from the looks of it. Just like Fernandes was before. So now we have a new centre back partnership of Eriksen and Willy Camboala. Looks like Mikel Arteta's going to be making a few more changes with Jorginho. Or he's just giving some instructions. Did anyone else just see lightning, or did I imagine that? Scott McTominay gives the ball away there. Ten Hag is getting absolutely drenched in that suit. Okay, Willie to Ericsson. Ericsson to Casemiro. Casemiro to Delo. Delo gives it away. Now Arsenal on the attack. Casemiro does well there. Anthony picks it up at left back. Garnacho cutting in. Garnacho shoots. And he's saying it was a corner, but the ref does not give it. Should it have been a corner? Doesn't look like it. These lime uniforms of Arsenal are too confusing for United. Get 17 off. Still being disappointing. I see. Yeah, there's not been a lot to celebrate about. If I'm being honest. We've still got 2 minutes left. We're in the 94th minute. 17 never on target, man. Yeah, Garnacho hasn't really had shooting boots on today. I can say that for sure. Anthony left back again. Indeed, Anthony is left back. This result doesn't help Liverpool at all. Thank goodness it doesn't, Albert. Well, let's just hope for a wonder goal from someone to save us. I feel like when Fernandez isn't on the pitch, then our ability to produce these magic moments is kind of just non-existent. Like, we're so dependent on Fernandez. And the Old Trafford faithful are chanting 1-0 and you'll win F all towards the Arsenal fans. Wonder where the goal is. Well, and that's full time. 2 more games remain for Man United in this Premier League season. Arsenal win 1-0 in a very competitive, I guess, match, but in a very straightforward one for Arsenal at the same time. So yeah. Well, what do we make of that? Is the match worth watching back? I was busy. Nick, do not spend your time watching that football game. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Are there any good moments, or isn't it worth my time? We had 2 shots on target in the 90 minutes. Yeah, no, definitely not worth. No, it's not worth your time, mate. It's not worth your time. United are shocking. I'm going back to Dragon's Den season 3, doing a rewatch. Might do a Dragon's Den Where Are They Now podcast. I support you in making that decision, Albert. Still a good result for me, I guess. Now we just need to focus on Newcastle. Thanks for the Europe bottle. Anytime, Christian. Anytime. So a game like that, anyone have any hope for next season? Yeah, it wasn't a terrible game. It was fairly competitive. We just didn't know how to attack, which you take Fernandez out of the side, and that's what you get, really. Lowest ever points tally. Okay, we're not going to focus on that, Mackenzie. We're not going to focus on that. But yeah, I guess that was the stream. I guess that was the stream for the Arsenal match. Kind of felt like I was watching paint dry because I knew that we didn't have any chance of scoring a goal, and when we conceded quite early on, it seemed like there wasn't any coming back, really. Well, glad I could drop by to see some folk. Good to see you as well, Nick. Good to see you, man. Swap 17 for literally anyone else on the planet, and it's a different result. Albert is not a fan of Garnacho, it would appear. Definitely not a fan of Garnacho. Wait, this isn't golf, Mackenzie? Lowest points win, right? Okay. Well, appreciate you all tuning in once again. We will be going live for United's remaining 2 games, fortunately. Let's have a look and see when they are. So we've got one on Wednesday against Newcastle, and we have one next Sunday against Brighton, and then we can finally close this chapter of our lives. Boo 17, boo. Godspeed, admin. Next match I'll be there. Cool, man. Well, appreciate you all tuning in. I hope you have a lovely week, and Godspeed.